All right, Milo, sit. Yes, good. Free. Yes, good. Good boy. Awesome. Very good. So this is where we are beginning from, letting Milo out of his crates. I'm taking you through step by step how to practice with him when he comes home so that the things that he has learned will stick and he will also continue to improve. So his learning will become easier and easier. So first things first, follow the same crate routine that we have over here. So it means that playtime is mornings and evenings, about an hour and a half in the morning, maybe 2 or 2.5 hours in the evening, or even more if you're around. So the rest of the times at night and during the day, he should be in the crate, right? That's going to help him to get a sense that whatever happened here is still happening when he comes home. So the routines he's used to over here, he'll flow with those routines at home as well. So he'll pee and poo first thing in the morning when he comes out, and then he can play for a while before he goes back in. And then in the evening, the same thing. When he comes out, he has that opportunity to pee and poo. After he eats, before you go to bed, he has an opportunity to pee and poo again before you put him back in his crate. So that's the first thing. Second thing is to practice at least twice a week. So just make the time twice a week, have intentional sessions. Intentional sessions means you have your treats, you have your leash or your lead, and you have yourself with your dog in an enclosed space. So when he comes home for the first 6 weeks, that's what it's for. And it's supposed to be a one-on-one affair until you get very confident in the flow of conversation. Then you can begin to work with him around other people and all that. So for starters, practice one-on-one and then just get used to the flow. So come. Yes. Very good. First thing I'm going to talk about is using markers to improve the name recall. So with the name recall, once we are in an enclosed space and I have his attention, he's interested in the treat, I don't necessarily need to put him on the leash. So I'll just use the space. So when he's away from me and I call him, Milo, yes, it's an opportunity for me to continue to mark the response. So as soon as he gets up, yes, he hears the marker right then. If he's looking that way and I'm over here and I get him to turn when I say his name, then that is the moment I mark, because his attention was over there. Then Milo, yes, all of a sudden it's here. So I mark that moment and it encourages him to come and then he gets his reward. So that's how you practice your name recall. Sometimes you can deliberately toss a treat the other way so that Milo, yes, very good. So his energy is over there until you call, right? Sometimes you can toss maybe a toy and then put him on a lead so that if he's going for it, you call his name and stop him, and then reward him when he comes back. But then the important thing is to mark those moments. And the more you mark the moments, the better the behavior gets. So that's number one. Number two is to practice the art of luring him. So you need to start to involve the treats. Every time I call him and I show him the treat, I can use it to move him. And that is the art of luring, right? So if I move him all this way and we do a U-turn, he's on my side and I say sit, it means I lured him into this position. Yes. Good. Free. Yes. Come. So if I can do a U-turn, get him to face me like this and say sit. Yes. Again, it means I lured him into this position, right? So practicing that lure is also important, because the more you practice it, the more the hand becomes a very good conductor for them. If you want to move him, tell him where to sit, tell him where to be and all that. The hand becomes far more effective in doing that. So it's a good thing to just practice. You just, use it to play fun and games. Get him to move. Come. Yes. This way. Let's go. Up. Come. Yes. Good. Very good. This way. No. Yes. Yes. Good. Very good. Awesome. So the more you do that, the more you'll both get used to the flow. So when you don't even have the treats in your hand and you call him, you can always use your hand as an aid to get him to go where you want him to go. Yes, very good, boy. Yes, good. So after you've practiced luring in different scenarios, random scenarios, then you want to practice how you ask him to do a command like sit, right? So Yes. Come. Good. Sit. Yes. Yes, you'll get a response to just the verbal command. But in the teaching, a gesture always follows. So I always practice with a gesture because gestures are even easier for dogs to understand than voice or verbal cues, right? So I always practice with a gesture too. So come. Yes. When he gets here, sit. Every time I say sit, that happens. Yes. And then he gets the reward. So if I were you, that is how I'd usually practice the sit. So first of all, when I call him, I'll use a lure to get him to be right in front of me. Milo, yes. So the hand will lure him here. Sit. And then when I say sit, I'll take it up. And when he sits, yes, he gets his treat, right? That's how we'll work with it. Milo, yes. Sit. Yes, very good. So the gesture becomes consistent, right? So when there's no treats, it serves as a backup. Come. Yes. Sit. Yes, very good. And then also, if you don't say the command, come. Yes, good. Yes, very good. And then you do the gesture, you're likely to get the response. And that is how you know that, okay, he's definitely associating that gesture with the behavior. Milo, yes. Yes. Yes, very good. So that's also the gesture for down. So the gesture with down has also been so consistent when I do it without even saying the command. You notice I get the result, right? Free. Yes, very good. So I just simply recommend that you practice these things with the gestures, okay? So you practice his sit with a gesture, his down with a gesture. And when you want to free him, there's actually a gesture for that as well. Come. Yes, good. So I want him in front of me, so I'm lowering him, as you can see. Sit. Yes, I get him to sit in front of me. Down. Yes, he goes down in front of me. And free. Yes, you notice how I say free and swing my hand backward. That's the gesture for free. So every time I free him, you'll notice me do that. I'll just say free. Yes, good. And then he gets up and he can come and pick the treats. So even when there's no treat in my hand, same thing. I'll just say free. Smart boy, come. Yes, very good. He didn't see the treat. He's like, what are you talking about? So that's how you free him, with the same gesture. So he's been through his sit command. He's been through his down command. Then you practice the impulse control on either one, either the sit or the down. So Milo, yes, very good. So if I can get him here and I say, Milo, down. Yes, when I mark yes, I should be able to leave Milo alone and step aside. And when I come back, he should be waiting for me. So when this happens, no, I mark immediately with a negative marker, no, when that happens, when he makes a mistake. See, on my way back, he got up. And after I say no, what you do is you lure him back to the same spot again. So you can lure him with the treats, or you can lure him with his collar. You just bring him back to the same spot, same angle, and then you use the gesture to ask him to do the thing again. Yes, without saying the command this time. I always use the gesture for the correction, or I would apply pressure on the collar for the correction. Then yes. So I'm going to repeat the very thing that I did that made him make the mistake. Go the same direction, then and walk back the same way. And this time, no. Yes. So this is what I want. I'll just mark yes. I'm going to leave him again to make sure he actually gets it all the way this time. Yes, very good. Yes, good. So I'm going to leave him again because I don't want to encourage him getting up to take the reward. So I'll only reward him when he's still lying down. Yes, good. Awesome. So that's all I needed to do. And then I'm going to free him. Yes, free. Yes, very good. Good boy. So that is how to practice impulse control. You should be able to leave your pup and then, go anywhere, do whatever you want to do. So the question is, if you go for longer durations, will he stay? And if you leave him and let's say he can't even see where you are anymore, or you've gone very, very far, will he stay, right? And the answer is that's the journey. That's now the beginning of your intermediate practice. So it means after you've practiced all the basics, come here, sit, your markers and everything, the luring and all that. Now you'd be practicing this looking forward to every mistake, because as soon as he makes a mistake, that is your opportunity to also show him the practice of correction. So the way you correct, bring him back to the same spot, repeat the same thing that made him make the mistake, and then come and then reward him when he finally gets it right, and then free him for that. That's the process of helping him understand the whole principle of correction, how the system of correction works. So the more you get to practice that, the better he gets at it. And so you want your dog to be good at behavior, but also equally good at understanding correction. And if you don't get an opportunity to practice both enough times, then one may be good and one may be not so good. But you want them to both be great. So every single opportunity to correct is the opportunity to practice it. So if I say, come, Milo, yes, no. So if he's going that way, for example, I have to mark as a no because I want him to come this way. And then I'll call him again. Milo, yes, very good. Awesome, very good. So, and if you notice, when I was calling him, I rather even moved away from him, more in the direction that I want him to come towards, and not rather try to go to him, right? So if I ask him to come here and, Milo, yes, and then lie down here, down. Yes, and I mark yes, and I leave him. The idea is, if I make it all this way, and then I come back and he's still there. Yes, very good. So I'll just repeat. When you want to polish stuff, you just repeat before you reward. Yes, very good. Calm down, be calming down. Okay. So if you get it right like this, right, then in other words, that is not enough practice. You should now then find a way to get him to make the mistake. So you intentionally try to push it. Okay, let me enter. Let me close the door. Okay, and then now let me come and check. Is he still there? Yes. Oh, good boy. So he's still there. Yes, he gets the reward for that. So let me see. Let me open this door and see whether he will get up then. Okay, so when the door hit the light and made that weird sound, it startled him. So I'll say no. And all I'll do is I'll lure him back. So I can use a treat to lure him back to the same spot. Good. And then ask him to do the same thing again with a gesture. Yes. And then I'm going to repeat that thing. So that's the principle of correction. No. So I say no. Even though he's come to lie down, I have to take him back to the same spot. It's important. Right? So I'm going to lure him this way. Yes. Very good. Yes. So this time he stayed. Yes. I'm going to come all the way around. Yes. Good boy. Reward him. And then I'm going to free him. Free. Yes. Good boy. Very good. So that's just how to apply the principle of correction. I just wanted to demonstrate that. So that's what that is for. So impulse control practice is for you to continue to push those limits so he gets better at controlling his impulse and staying put when you need him to stay put. And then when you notice his limits, then you continue to stretch the limits. And that's how you show him how you understand the principle of correction and how you are always going to apply it. Then when he gets that sense, it just naturally makes him look up to you more and respect you more. And he thinks it's a better idea to follow your leadership because you're not going to let things slide. You'll always be there to correct him. So when it comes to walking your dog, this is the idea. So he's on the left side. Yes. And then I just yank the collar to get him to catch up. Yes. This way. Yes. And he's doing the walk and not me, as you can see. So this is loose. It's never tight. If it's ever tight, there's a problem. You should never be pulling. You know, if he's lagging behind, just give a signal and let him be the one to do the moving. Yes. Very good. That's the whole idea. So this is how walks should go. Always try to keep him on the left. So when he tries crossing, you just yank outward to keep him on the left side. And if he tries going too far out, just yank inward to keep him close. Yeah, that way. This way. Yes, good. Very good. Let's go. Come. Yes, good. Yes, good. Let's go. This way. Yes, good. This way. Let's go. Yes, very good. Come closer, closer. Yes, very good. And that's the whole idea. Good. Sit. Yes, very good. Good boy. Free. Yes, good. Very good.